everybody, welcome back to American Truck Simulator and happy Tuesday. I'm David Steele, here's my Mack R. I do drive other trucks, it's just recently I've been driving the Mack R an awful lot, and today we are doing some bulk hauling in, well, the long wheelbase day cab. Let's go ahead and just get the engine started. It's a miserable day here in Texas. We don't have a particularly long trip to do, but it should be realistic to do this in the time that we've got left in my shift. This is my own trailer, so we've got all the wear and tear to pay for as well. And I gotta say, I'm enjoying just the different specification that you can do for the Mack R. What I've tried to do here is give myself a pretty basic spec with a mind to weight saving. So under the hood we have the ENDT, I think it's the 675. It's the 237 horsepower, 906 foot-pounds of torque engine. It goes alongside with the Mack 300 and the 300 plus engine, so it's sort of a 1970s vintage engine. So 237 horsepower, and it's a Maxidyne, so it's designed to go with a 5-speed transmission, so I have a 5-speed transmission. The final drive today is a 355, and that's slightly taller than the standard. We'll go ahead and just jump in the cabin here. Let's get the headlights on all the way. Check, so 3.5 hours to my destination today. Looks like I've got plenty of time to do it. I can't quite read the 7 hours, great. I'm going to be driving this manual. Now I am, or have been tweaking how the auto shift works on the Macks to try and get a 5-speed to be a bit more authentic, and it's kind of difficult. Engine today is voiced by Zeemods, and so we get a bit of a chug there as you hear it as you move off the rest. That's a very much a Mack R Zeemod thing. Is it authentic? Hard to test, hard to say really, because I've never driven a Mack R. I've watched enough videos and the answer's maybe. That doesn't really help. I'm going to go ahead and just take this exit. I wonder where this goes to the left. Does it show anything on the map? Oh, not really. Anyway, we're going to go to the right. I'm going to take a left turn onto the main road, or at least the road. I don't know if it's a main road or not. So I've got a 52,000 pound bulk animal feed stuck. Is it an animal feed? No, it's cottonseed. Well, oops. I mean, a clue's to the left here. That's a pretty big clue, David. Okay, so cottonseed. Let's see. Stop to the left. Traffic to the. No, stop to the right. Traffic to the left. I'm getting my lefts and rights mixed up. I think I'm just going to go for it. I should have enough space here. So I've got to take it close to the governor between shifts. It's more important well, is it more important in the higher gears? Not really. It's kind of just important to do that. In the auto shift it can struggle, so you really want to use 1200 revs in the next gear. And the auto shift will seemingly intentionally upshift you to be about 1100 revs in the next gear. The engine will do it, but Mack's guidelines say not to, so I'm trying to get that out of it. But at the same time, I don't want to ruin how it works with a 10 speed or a 12 speed or any other transmission. I'm a little congested today. Things like downshifting is also still a challenge in the 5-speed because you don't want to overrev the engine. Looks like we're all clear here, and the rain's stopping. Good. Okay, trying to time the gear change as well. This would be a bit of a challenge with a shifter, a H layout. Okay, now we're going to shift. Okay, I pile on the power. Shift there. See, yeah, I timed that just about right. Put me up to about 1200 revs, maybe slightly below, but we just didn't see that because I was messing around with the external camera. That's fair enough. So Let me explain why I chose a 355 final drive. So the standard one that comes with the Mack R mod, your governor kicks in at about the 63 miles an hour point. I mean, that's okay, but Texas has pretty high speed limits. And the rumor is that if you don't drive at the speed limit, you get trampled on. It doesn't exactly happen that way. Oh, this sign means we've got internet data available. So, being able to do 65 in this gear is handy. I think the governor's something like 67, so it gives me a little bit of leeway at the top end. Like, you need a calendar to go from 65 to 67 miles an hour. Okay. I'm going to rev it out in 4th gear. Let's get it to at least 2,000 RPM. It's 19. 2,000 and upshift. Okay, there we go. That's what I really need to do. I'm going to set the cruise on now at 55 and just let the engine take the strain. I don't think I need the headlights anymore, unless I need to see the instruments, which right now visibility is not a problem. So here we are, bobbing along yet again in a Mack R. I think I have this t-shirt before. I'm going to kill the power here. I've got to turn left at here. It looks like I've got to go under the highway. I'm supposed to give way to this guy, but he doesn't appear to be making any effort as to move off. And now, of course, I know why. Turns out the engine brake's pretty good. That's something else with a 5-speed you need to be aware of, is your engine brake is less effective because, yes, you know, you might be shifting up and shifting down to use 2,000 RPM, but it's hard to keep the engine brake or keep your engine revs where the engine brake is most effective. It's just a challenge. Is this just the stop sign? I guess it is. Okay. Oh, that's not a good sign. No! What are you doing? Okay. Pending further collisions. That one was not my fault. That feels kind of unusual. I did have I want to call it the child collector. I'm going to go now. I'm sure it's fine. This red truck's bound to let me go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I did have the bull bars equipped on the truck, and that would help prevent damage. But decided I didn't particularly need it for this kind of trip because, I mean, you're not going to need to worry about traffic running into you, maybe. Turns out I was wrong. What do you know? Let's manage my downshifts. I don't know where this blue car is going. Is it Prius? I guess I could drive into him. Let's see if I can manage that. Oh no, I don't have a bull bar. Oh well. And to be fair, it takes a few seconds just to get going. Then once it does, you know, it's a lot better. Now I did consider using the 300 engine as it's known. That's the 285 horsepower, 1080 foot-pounds of torque. It's a nice little engine to work with, and compared to this, good grief, Cadillac. It has a bit more power off the line, and you do notice that it's what 20% extra, but the additional power is very handy at once you're trying to cruise. So I'm going to set cruise at 55, but I got to rev this thing out in 4th gear till just over 40 miles an hour, so that I'm using 1200 revs in the next gear. Okay, now here the limit goes to 75. So like I was saying, if you don't want to hold everyone up, you really need to think about having a gearing that works for Texas, or holding everyone up. Okay, I actually hit the governor there. I didn't need to do that. But 42 gives me just under 1300 revs in 5th gear. So that's the bottom of the engine's power band, and that's where you need to be. So depending on traffic and travel and road and hills, longhorns to the right. I'd never noticed those there before. We won't need to change down for quite a time. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're coming up to a right-hand bend. I will need to change down for that because 40 miles an hour is a bit excessive for that kind of junction or intersection, as it is known stateside. And actually, talking of intersections and junctions, my use of language over the last few years has become incredibly slurred between British English and American English. Now, to the purists, to the Brits who think that they're better than the rest of the world when it comes to speaking English, American English is indeed a language, and British English is indeed a language too, and there's lots of other versions of English as well. But use and the mingling of expressions and words is just to catch myself saying things like junction when I mean intersection, or clarifying what I mean by saying junction. It's a T-junction. No, it's an intersection. Yeah. I generally refer to gasoline spirit as gas, as opposed to petrol or petroleum spirit. I also call it motion lotion, but that's a different story altogether. I'm going to kill the cruise control. I'm going to maybe use a bit of engine brake. There we go. A bit of service brake, I think, as well. Downshift to 4th. So you see a great big boost in the engine brake efficiency there. Going to downshift down to 3rd. Kill the engine brake. We can pretty much coast to this now. Oh, there's a surf truck park on the right. Is it a shortcut? That might have been a shortcut there. Oh well. I mean, there still may be one here, but I'm not going to take it. It wouldn't have been so bad with the bulk feed, but if I had cows behind me, that wouldn't have been fun. Right, where's this wagon going? He's turning right. Okay, was that an ambulance, I think? Did I see any EMS on the hood there? Another example, hood or bonnet? I really want to say bonnet, but hood's an easy one for me to remember to say. Gas is straightforward as well. Seeing as Americans love their cars and their gas stations. Better stop trying to mimic the accent, I think. Okay, let's get off the power. I didn't necessarily need to use quite so much power there, but I don't want to get everyone's way too much. I remember this gas station. There was a guy flying a Prius here? I saw this one time. He's not there now. Okay. A little bit of wheel cam action there. What's it like on the bumper camera? And is it a bumper or a fender? I don't know. I think it's a fender. Definite bit of chug as we move off there. Okay, back on the power. Gas it up hard to 20,000 or 2,000 RPM, not 20,000. 20,000 might be a little destructive to this little engine. Okay, tell this Subi-Rubi-Roo I want to turn left or merge left. Or get in their left-hand lane. There we go. Is this BMW slowing down? So I've got 2 hours left and it's just gone 5:30 in the afternoon, so I may want to put my lights on because, as you can see, the instruments are a little hard to read. Now, I can use the little dashboard monitor, or the little truck monitor, on the top of my windshield, or windscreen. There's lots of words that I gotta switch between the two. And what's it saying? 38 miles an hour, my cruise isn't on, but I'm not going to do that. In fact, upshift, tap resume on the cruise, put it to 65, get the lights on, and then I'm gonna check the map. Yeah, well, actually it's not that difficult to get where I want to be, which is good. Let's change my trip to show. So we've got 100 gallons left, 800 miles at claimed range. We're not doing 8 miles to the gallon, that's more like 500 miles maybe. Fuels are 77, that's what I want to see. My temperatures are reasonable. Yeah, trip economy so far has been 4.6, but I'm not sure that that's truly accurate of this particular trip. So I did a few miles beforehand. But right now we're doing 5.3. Now, given that we're almost certainly under full load, that is not a bad consumption. The more powerful trucks will be using twice as much fuel. So you'd be looking at 2.6, 2.7 to the gallon versus 5.3. But I really want to start cruising because that's much kinder to the mileage. Okay, I just tap down on my cruise to 55, and of course this guy's pulled out in front of me. Thanks for that. Drop it to 4th. Hey, I've only got 1 gear to go down, so that's not bad. Okay, I'm going to tap resume, and we'll take us back up to 55. So there you go. Right now, the instantaneous mileage is just 3.1 to the gallon. Makes sense. The upshift, is that? Yeah, that was a little too slow for 5th gear. It's still pulling okay, and now it's 1200 revs, and I think that's pretty much exactly at 40 miles an hour. You're gonna like lay the truck down and keep it in 4th gear for a long time to get up to cruising speed. But with only 237 horsepower under the hood, yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm bilingual, and I really am not. I'm maybe conversant in American English, but I can't pull off sounding like I live in Texas, even though I do. I have to evidence that through government-issued ID, typically. Okay, I'm actually going to kill the cruise because we've got a right-hand bend coming up. I don't think I'll have to stop for this, which is nice. But I want to just try and maximize the efficiency of the truck by letting it coast. So right now you see if you're looking at my instantaneous mileage, fuel consumption is another difference in the languages. It's showing 99. All that simply means is that it's too high a miles per gallon figure for it to be able to reflect it. And then I get down to 1st because we almost stopped. Indicate right, like so. Wrap it out in 2nd. Again. Switching from this to something like the X15 or even, no, that was too soon. Or the X12 efficiency engine, and I don't need to be indicating right. There's a huge difference. You don't rev the X15 up to 2100 revs. In fact, with the exception of the productivity, they don't get to that engine speed. The X12, I mean, you might be using 1700 revs occasionally if you've not got many gears, but generally, once the party's at 1500 revs, you're in the next gear. Come on, yellow car, please let me over. Yeah, pull up next to me first though, and why don't you? Or even better, you can just stay there. That's fine. Yeah, I'm coming over, sunshine. See ya. Guessing that was probably me. I'm gonna be in the left-hand lane, and I'm gonna de-mess that up. I think. Sorry, red car. Yeah, I hit the red car. That's on me. That'll be my insurance policy then. And I'm struggling to maintain 40 miles an hour in top gear on this hill, and I don't think it's a particularly big hill either. Okay, if we get below 1200 revs, I'm going to downshift. Why did I use this well now, that's just a shame because... Okay, so what happened was I used the left-hand lane, I got onto the freeway, and then my exit's closed, so I have to go bloody miles out of my way, it looks like. Oh, no, okay. Okay, I'm not so bad. I was only a little frustrated there. So I can just keep going and come back on myself. That's perfectly fine. That won't add that much to the trip. But that would not have been pretty. If I'd had to go even miles before I could turn around, that would suck. Okay, let's get this thing back to the speed. Okay, turns out that the governed speed in 4th gear is 43 miles an hour. Okay, so it gives me like a 2-3 mile an hour window when I want to shift up. That's actually about right, really. If you're going up a hill and you're doing 42, you just don't bother shifting up into 5th gear. It's just not going to work for you. Wow, this realistic traffic mod is kind of brutal. Actually, maybe it's not. I think it's just I've gotten used to not having that much traffic to play with. Merge right again. Okay, merging right. Yeah, he wasn't even going right. Okay. At least it's not so bad if you miss a gear change. You don't have so many gears to pick from to get it right, I guess. Glasses are full. Okay, let's try 4th. Yep, that was a little slow for 4th, but I'm going up a hill and it's... Is it going to hold it? Yeah, it is. Okay. But as it happens, I've got to turn right up here anyway, so I can pretty much lift off all the way. There we go. Yeah, so a bit of a challenge. I'm just going to put the transmission into automated mode. Let's go back here. I'm going to turn right. A bit of violent use of the engine brake there. When it's effective, it's effective, and I could reduce the strength. Okay, so I don't really want to run into this Tahoe. Is it Tahoe? Suburban? I'm not sure what that is. All right. So we switched the transmission to automated mode. So it's got what? What are you doing? What am I doing? What? I'm turning right on the red. This is America. This is Texas. You can do that. It only appears to be recommended to stop. That's not true. You need to stop at a red light if you're turning right. That's so YouTube doesn't cancel me or something. Okay, let's merge left. Is there anything there? Nope. Okay. So yeah, it's very easy to get maxed out in this game if you're shifting gears, and if the traffic is to a certain point. It's just busy, there's a lot to do, and I'm not a professional driver. And for a long time I didn't have an automatic car, and I didn't feel I needed it. In fact, I still don't feel I need an automatic car. And it's a little different when you actually you're in the machine and you feel it needing to change gear as opposed to just hearing it. Okay, go to this Mack cement mixer, I think. Okay, lots of power. See that was just easier. Okay, it is with some trepidation we see what the difficult parking is going to be today. I'm hoping it's just one of these spots on the left. It is. Okay, I mean that doesn't seem too difficult, right? It might be. Okay. We're doing 10 miles an hour and it sounds just aggressive. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a pain. Okay, I already feel the need to jump to the external, but I'm just going to see if I've forgotten how to do it. And there we have it. I managed the trip. That was kind of frustrating. Last 3 hours spent trying to park the wagon, and that's just my lack of experience and a lack of practice. But I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and if you like what you've seen, you know what to do. Go ahead and click like. Like I say at the beginning of this video, I've been driving this Mack R or various Mack Rs for quite some time. I'm still really enjoying the Mack R flavor of the game. So if you like the Mack R, go ahead and leave a comment below. Mack R, R's are us. Yeah, let's just have a great day. I'll see everyone in the next one. Goodbye.